You hear about offensively, we get a receiver on this campus, we can get them because of the style of offense. Talk about from the running back. I know because with recruiting, I mean, you got your hands in all the recruiting, but is it the same for backs? I mean, you see so many different guys that can do so many different things.
Well, I think that the thing right now that you find recruiting running backs is we've got a pretty full stable, and we've got some good young players. So I think, we're not going to recruit the same numbers at running back that we're recruiting at wide receiver because we've got some older receivers, whereas at running back, really, the only guy we lose that's got playing time is Michael Smith. And then behind that, everyone's a freshman and a sophomore. And so but we've got some good receivers hopefully coming to campus. We've got some already committed, and this is a great offense to play in if you're a receiver or a running back.
Talk about your core of backs. We know about Michael. Broderick has really played well in the last 4 or 5 weeks. Niall Davis getting carries, Ronnie Wingo still getting acclimated as a freshman. Talk about that core and their progression and how they've gotten better and better every week.
Well, they really have. Broderick's probably the one that has stood out in terms of improvement. He's really made great strides the last month. Niall Davis has done some good things in a package that we have for him, and he's been a really effective third down back for us. Ronnie Wingo, we'd like to get him some more reps, to be honest, because he's got skills and he practices hard, and he's going to be a really good player. Wish we could get him some more snaps. Michael Smith has had a good season when he's been healthy, and we're going to need him down the stretch. He played good Saturday against South Carolina, and are looking for him to have a good 3 or 4 games down the last part of his career.
How's the health of Dennis Johnson? I mean, he's been so effective in special teams, and maybe with the stable of backs you have, I mean, he can really concentrate on, because he could break Felix Jones' record this weekend with just 3 yards. It's amazing considering he's only a sophomore.
No question. Dennis is one of those players that has to improve as a practice player, as a running back. Now, as a kickoff returner, he's obviously done a good job, but he's one of those guys that has to understand, hey, I got to be a good practice player for me to get playing time on Saturday.
No, you can't talk about guys' names, and you got commits and commits. How difficult is the signing max on a football team in the SEC?
It's not difficult for us this year. A year ago, it would have been difficult because we don't have a big senior class, so we're not going to sign as many as we did a year ago. And so that's a rule that's really not going to affect us a whole lot this year. But we'll probably sign anywhere from 18 to 20, and we really feel good about who we have right now, and we're in on some players that fit us really well, and that's the most important thing.
Because you guys were highly selective before, but now you've got it, number one, make sure they make it academically. I mean, there's less of a gamble factor with a kid now with that.
No question, absolutely, and that's something that does concern us about even some of our commitments. Is they've got some work to do academically, but we feel confident that they will, and if that's the case, I think we'll end up with another really good year.